Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Best Ball Bros! I'm Matt.
I'm Aaron.
Welcome back to episode 13, Baker's Dozen. How we doing today, Aaron?
I'm good. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. It's football today.
Well, all day today.
It's been football all day today.
All day today. It's been fantastic. And we have so much to react to that it's awesome. And then I've also wanted to quit fantasy football and run away. So
I'm alive in our guillotine league. However, I lost week 1 already in our other leagues. So
it's a coin toss there. Completely side note, we're gonna hijack it already. This is year 2 now. The team with the Joe Burrow,
Jamar
Chase stack is the first team eliminated in a guillotine league.
Yeah. We're going to come back to that game. We're going to come back. Okay. Anyways. Man. News and notes for this week. Then we both entered teams in the Captain Showdown for the Monday Night Football game.
Yep.
So we're going to tell you our rosters.
Yep. So we did that. Got a couple little updates for you as well. And then kind of just our reactions to what we saw, what we've been dealing with today. Before we start on all that, I know it's a little bit later. Do you have any thought on the Thursday night or the Friday night?
I didn't watch the Friday night game.
Okay.
Did watch the Thursday night game. And I really didn't have any takeaways other than whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, I have a take about Jalen Hurts, but...
Dak outplayed Hurts.
Oh, absolutely.
By a mile. And so it was honestly a pretty big letdown of a game.
Yeah. I mean, the nicest way I know how to put it is the Eagles' offense will repeatedly disappoint you because when you think that they will have to pass the ball, they're just going to run it more. But then when you bank on them running the ball is when they'll throw it to Devontae Smith 100 times or Dallas Goedert.
I was going to say.
But they're going to refuse to throw it to A.J. Brown.
It's going to be Goddard central and check down to Saquon. He only had eyes for Goddard. So.
And Tim Tebow is going to run for a first down and
that's what I was going to say. It's as now not to react too hard to week 1. However, kind of looks like the only safe plays on the Eagles roster is Saquon and Jalen Hurts.
Tim Tebow.
You said it.
He's Tim Tebow with a better throwing motion.
He can... Okay, but the other thing is, do you remember when Tebow would wind up to throw just the most awful, god-awful wounded duck down the field that took forever? The only reason those balls were completed is because the safeties stopped playing the pass.
And I'm acknowledging Jalen Hurts can throw the ball better than Tim Tebow, but he's Tim Tebow.
Honestly, it just kind of seems to me like Jalen Hurts gets a pass despite the fact that he's doing everything Justin Fields does, and everybody criticizes Justin Fields for it.
Justin Fields had a game.
Justin Fields looked good.
That game was crazy.
Okay, so any other reactions before we get to news and notes?
Touching on Herbert proving me right being a good quarterback.
Yeah.
And thank God they beat the Kansas City Chiefs and Travis Kelce targeting his own player. That's
you had a pretty good meme about that.
That one's crazy. So, what news you got for us, buddy?
Okay, so starting first, Juwan Jennings gets a reworked deal. It stays, this is his final year, and he gets an additional $3 million in playtime incentives. To be honest, I don't know if he played today.
Yeah, I think he played today.
Okay.
If you give me a second, I can pull up a stat if you want to get to the next news.
It's old news now, but Jaden Blue inactive for Thursday Night Football. Then following up immediately on that.
Well, so he, I know it's late reaction to it, but he was coming off of that ankle sprain.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that game, more reaction to the Thursday night, I think he's going to be the running back you ultimately want.
Oh, yeah.
Miles Sanders did not look great, but...
Miles Sanders broke a long run and got ran down from behind like a toddler.
And then also fumbled.
Yeah.
And then Javonte Williams looked good, but you can see where Jaden Blue's going to step into this offense and be a nightmare.
Agreed. Other news...
Juwan Jennings today went 2 for 5 for 16 yards.
Okay. Other news to monitor, everybody already knows it, but Christian McCaffrey with a lingering calf injury.
No, we don't even have to say this. You see how he exploded today?
Okay.
He had 100 yards from scrimmage after the first quarter.
When you texted me the initial news, I said it's one of two things, and unfortunately they are far apart. One, it's serious, and he might not play, or he wasn't going to play, and it was just more of the same from last year. Or the other one was, it was mind games. It was the usual injury report nonsense where they report a guy, so they have to prepare for the backup. And
no, it feels like they got together and are like, you guys want to say that your calf's hurting again? Just to see the world burn? He was fine. He had 100 yards from scrimmage after like the first quarter and a half, so he's fine.
Well, I hate going there, but last year, Cooper Kupp was on injury reports. Week 1 exploded and then was out for 8 weeks after that.
No, oh yeah, well that's Cooper Kupp. That's not
okay, fine. That's Cooper Kupp. Okay, so the other news, this one's actually fairly important. Quinshon Judkins signs his rookie contract, and they're ramping him up to play. 4-year, $11.4 million deal, fully guaranteed, as a very large apology of, hey man, sorry that this took too long.
Well, and according to their game script today, the Browns look like they used and abused their rookie Sampson.
Dylan Sampson looked good.
Looked good.
We'll get there, but man, he passing attack, man, he looked good.
But
if they can run with Quinshon Judkins, that offense.
Well, they're not going to run with Jerome Ford.
Absolutely,
because they hate him for some reason. So that's the biggest part of this news is he will be running the ball very short.
Absolutely not. So now the last bit of news: Jameson Williams is extended by the Lions for 3 years, worth up to $83 million. And as everybody knows, the worth up to means funny money.
Funny money that he'll get and get by the end of the contract. So.
Maybe make it.
I think he's good, man. I think he's good. I don't have his stats on me right now today. I saw him make a couple catches earlier today.
They got work.
They did get work. But
okay, so that's the end of the news and notes.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait. We need to take a moment of silence. I didn't get a chance to watch it today, but the rumor mill was confirmed that they have started advertising on the beloved NFL Red Zone.
Yeah.
And just like to take a moment to forever remember 7 hours of commercial-free football.
I will remember you.
It's a sad day.
Will you remember me?
And I just want to touch on the fact this is not an overreact to what is happening to Red Zone, because this opens the door for more advertising for them to change the way that they're doing it. You know how it works. Everybody knows how this works. Yep. They're going to do it little piece by little piece.
Exactly.
And then suddenly it's going to be split screen. One side of the screen is going to be football. The other side is going to be Burger King. You have it your way advertising.
The memes went off the charts when it was first announced, and Scott Hansen was tweeting on behalf of the Disney and the NFL, and he was like, it's only going to be 1% of the entire playtime, and
then you don't need it.
The best response I saw to it was, if it's going to be so little, then why do it at all? And it's exactly what you just said, so that they can slowly, ever so slowly, introduce another commercial at a time, to the point where it's just like everything else, where a streaming service or cable comes along and they're like, there's no ads because you pay for it. We don't need advertised. And then slowly along the line, you're watching 3 minutes worth of ads before you can start an Amazon Prime movie. So it's very disappointing. I agree.
So rest in peace, beloved Red Zone. I'm sorry we lost you.
You will be remembered.
So not to derail too much, but do you remember when the production company released the trailer to the Sonic movie?
Oh, the first Sonic movie.
Yes, and the internet got it.
It got panned so hard, they reworked the...
Zay Flowers is killing Buffalo's defense tonight. We had the Sunday Night Football
not
game
as
on.
bad as Derrick Henry is.
Derrick Henry, God bless you, sir. But Zay Flowers is tearing you all up also.
But yes, I remember. They came out, they showed their first commercial, their first look commercial, and everybody just drugged that ad so bad.
They got bullied.
Because Sonic looked so bad that they went back to square one with the CGI. They deserved.
Yeah, I can only hope that we can bully our way into getting Red Zone.
I wish we could, however, the counterpoint is the NFL is too big to bully back in, because Now to watch it, everybody was pointing it out this year. To watch every single game,
you gotta have
Peacock.
Yes,
you need Amazon Prime. You need YouTube.
Yeah.
You need ESPN. You need every service provider under the sun. There's even Netflix games again, just like there was last year. So the streaming fees are unbelievable. So unless if you are paying for YouTube Sunday Ticket, you're
whoa!
What a catch!
Mr. Hopkins, you still play football.
Ah, man, I almost put him in one of my lineups.
Oh, DeAndre Hopkins with a beautiful catch going out. And Baltimore is just opening up the floodgate.
Oh, look at the hold! That's defensive pass interference. Literally being held defensive pass interference.
And he holds on to the ball, taking the shot.
And he holds on to it.
One-handed. What a catch.
One-handed.
What a beautiful ball by Lamar also.
Yep. Anyways. So back to...
Fly Ravens, baby.
Back to our complaints about all of the streaming fees and whatnot. News and notes wrapped up. What else do we have before we launch into our reactions on this week?
Oh, okay. Well, before we react to this week, I guess we can get into the unfortunate news for you. You are 0-1 in Rookie Showdown right now.
Is it week by week, or is it going to be...
We'll go week by week schedule.
I thought we were doing compiled by the end of the...
No, that's the Dalton Kincaid,
okay.
Kyle Pitt.
Okay. I'm not worried.
Speaking of the Dalton Kincaid, Kyle Pitt. Pitt's finished 7 for 8, 59 yards.
Yep.
12.9 fantasy points. This is guillotine score. So
okay.
12.9 fantasy points. Dalton Kincaid is 3 for 3 currently for 37 yards and a touchdown. 12.7 fantasy points. So neck and neck. You're going to hear me explode if Dalton Kincaid gets one more catch. So
I immediately fired off a text when the game started when Dawson Knox got the first catch, and I was like, get used to it, buddy. Dalton Kincaid ain't seeing nothing. It cut to 2 minutes later, Dalton Kincaid catching a missile of a touchdown.
Missile of it. All right. Reactions this week, sir.
Okay, so we touched on it twice already. Browns-Bengals.
Oh, man.
I bet on this game through DraftKings, and I'm an idiot. Because I forgot that division games typically don't end up high scoring. So I was counting.
Well, you say that, but Pittsburgh and the Jets.
Yeah.
So,
well,
that's not a divisional game, but anyway, like you were saying.
I bet on the wrong game to blow up.
Well, before we get into
Dylan Sampson looked great. Joe Flacco looked really good for most of the game.
Yes, Joe Flacco.
He has 2 picks, neither of them his fault. Both of them, his wide receivers were out there digging the ball out like they're playing volleyball, just bumping them for defensive backs to come up and take both of his picks. So
I don't think Chase Brown. Jeez. His utilization was sky high.
Yeah.
So, you felt good about having him.
Jamar Chase had a couple bobbles.
It was a quiet game for him.
Yeah. I just remember one catch that he should have had on the sideline, and it just hit him.
God, they're showing this replay. That's just a beautiful catch.
As it deserved.
So, I think the Cincinnati offense just looked a little out of sync.
Yes.
Which is crazy because they made an effort to try to not look out of sync.
Yeah.
And
Noah Fant got a lot of usage.
Noah Fant.
Everybody was talking
Gesicki got used too.
Everybody was talking Gesicki was going to be wide receiver 3, and turns out Noah Fant, he even caught a tutty. So
I have a note about Derrick Henry. We've already kind of touched it. He had 120 something yards rushing before halftime.
And he's still going.
Yeah, he's still going. So that's crazy. Now, understand, Mr. Tank Bigsby, you broke my heart.
What happened? I didn't see this game.
Well, so it was a goofy game. It got delayed by a bunch of lightning. We had a couple games delayed for weather today. The Denver game went into a delay.
Yeah.
Jags were in a delay for like an hour or something. So something ridiculous. But Mr. Tank Bigsby didn't have any carries, any catches, any yards until the fourth quarter. It was all ETN. Now the splits were heavy ETN, and Tank Bigsby and Tootin were on. They were getting snaps, but they weren't getting looks or touch. So, but super disappointing considering we thought maybe that running back core was going to be a healthy 50-50 split, and it's From what I was reading, even the fans were like, why is ETN getting all this work? Tank Bigsby is clearly a better running back. So that's a little frustrating. You hope.
You know, I think it just comes down to, one, offensive coordinators are not infallible. And, you know, Sigmund Bloom has made a career on pointing out that coaches never do the logical thing.
Yeah.
And so it's just disappointing. I think.
So do we want to talk about
I think this one gets rectified.
Do you want to talk about the Detroit Lions' new offensive coordinator, Mike McDaniel? Because, buddy, he's not going to be coaching Miami much longer. Giving up 30 points to Daniel Jones and the Colts.
They got just absolute work.
Just embarrassed. You let Daniel Jones come out there and do that to you.
Kevin O'Connell, quarterback whisperer.
So, yeah, I think he'll be the Detroit Lions OC by the end of the season, but that's tough.
See, the thing is, though, is that is that all you want to say about the Colts and Dolphins?
Well, so I said it on one of our very early podcasts of the summer that Miami scared me.
Yeah.
Miami scared me a lot, and I think he's the favorite, and I hate that this is a betting thing. Like, I never wanted to make that a segment on this podcast, because it's ultimately somebody losing a job.
Yeah.
But he's the favorite to be the first coach fired.
I think that's just the problem with head coaches, is that they don't get a lot of time.
Now, Mike McDaniel's got some time. This is his fourth year down.
I know.
So,
and he built up a whole lot of trust by coming in, rehabbing Tua to where Tua started to look like a good quarterback, and then he ended up having his concussions and all of that, and it's really looking like he might not get the time to turn this.
So, we saw the Jets Steelers explode. Rodgers threw for 4 touchdowns. Justin Fields looked amazing. I think Justin Fields rushed for 2 and threw for 1. Garrett Wilson had 100% on-field rate. And almost had 2 touchdowns. Got pulled down at the 1 on one of the plays, but he had a touchdown. He went over 100 yards. And
people were pointing out that Aaron Rodgers' average depth of target was under 5 yards, which is that's like rookie stuff where you keep everything close.
But they won, man.
They won. You're right. It worked.
A win's a win, man.
Jonnu Smith,
buddy.
Arthur Smith loves him some Jonnu Smith.
Arthur Smith. Okay, let me get
look.
Rant for a second.
I'll just
rant for a second.
I'll wrap it up to you extremely quickly. Arthur Smith, Jonnu Smith is to Arthur Smith as Taysom Hill is to Sean Payton.
No, you can't say that because Taysom Hill's not on the Denver Broncos.
Surprised he isn't.
Let me pull this up. Because, I kind of want to get like a magic erase marker board to hang up in the studio.
Okay.
So we can keep track of this. Buddy, me and you, sitting our fat asses down here talking football, had more rushing yards today than Caleb Johnson did for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Disappointing.
He went for -2 yards.
Yeah.
There were a couple rookies that went for negative yards.
Yeah.
So, that would be a fun account to create. The Couch Potatoes made more yards today than so. Yeah, that one's tough, man.
The Lions-Packers game looks like losing Frank Ragnow, and I think they lost a guard too, was too important to the Lions. The Lions, it was, and there goes James Cook.
Oh!
He got taken down at the 1 by his head.
You gotta save that touchdown, man. Dalton Kincaid touchdown.
So the Packers just brought heat up the middle again and again and again. Stunts, and they sent their studs up the middle over and over and over, and it worked. The Lions had no counterpunch. They couldn't do anything. They were shaking Jared Goff, who, when he gets in the groove, he's a pretty good quarterback.
That's the thing. When he gets in a groove, yes.
They did not let him settle.
No, and that's always been the thing. Keep him.
They got worked.
Green Bay looked good. They looked really good.
Now, see, this is kind of one thing I wanted to bring up though, is what did we see today that
phone, just aside, my phone is dying, so I'm shouting Monday Night Rosters.
Okay. So, what did we see today that is a complete mirage? And I'm kind of leaning towards towards that game is the Mirage because they were
Green
playing
Bay is the Mirage.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they were playing in Green Bay.
Okay. Well,
so I think home field
games in
you
Green Bay.
You do, but I think the home field advantage might have been much bigger than expected, and I think the Lions might end up rebounding really well.
I think if we're playing,
maybe this is just kind of a thought.
I don't hate it. I think maybe the Mirage, if we're looking bigger picture, might have been
Bengals.
No, the Mirage might have been the Colt today.
Oh, absolutely.
I think I saw it somewhere, and we're not going to touch on all the games here.
We can't because I'm already out on all the games I watched.
Yeah. So
other than the one going on right now.
So Arizona beat up on the Saints a little bit. Saints are kind of considered the worst team right now, and Miami.
When you're playing a backup quarterback.
Yeah, and then Miami made them look competent.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking the Colts might be a little bit of a mirage today.
Can Miami bring it back together? I didn't really get.
I think
I was flipping back and forth between the two games, and so it's 2-point conversion. Through an interception. Return it.
Who scored the touchdown?
Josh Allen.
Anyways.
Back on track. We were talking about mirages. I watched more of the Bengals and Browns game than the Colts and Dolphins game because honestly, neither of them are my team, so I'm not going to sit there and watch a beatdown. The Bengals and Browns was much more competitive, so yes. I stayed on that game a lot more. When there were commercial breaks, I went back to the Colts and Dolphins, and it was just mistake after mistake. It looked like they needed another preseason game.
Yeah.
There was a lot of penalties, a lot of stupid penalties. They ran out the clock. They had to take a timeout during their 2-point conversion because they ran out of time.
Yikes.
So I don't know. Maybe they figure it out.
Okay. So that's who you feel pretty comfortable with being a mirage.
Those are my thoughts. I'm not comfortable with it. My most comfortable it being a mirage is saying the Lions aren't actually as bad as the game. I think week 2 the Lions might end up working somebody just because they've got to get it out of their system.
Raiders beat up on the Pat. They went 20-13.
But the
Commanders whooped up on the Giants 21-6.
That's crazy because the Raiders actually went across the country to play at
Genty had a touchdown.
Yeah.
Tucker had a touchdown.
Yep.
Demario Douglas.
He did.
He had one. That's one of our guys. That game was a little goofy. The one that was real goofy to me was the 49ers Seahawks.
I didn't get to see it.
So McCaffrey went off. Let me see if I can get George Kittle caught a touchdown.
And then George Kittle went out with an injury.
Sam Darnold fumbled in the red zone to lose that game.
Ball got swatted out of hand.
So,
it happened. It happens to the best of them, man. I'm not going to hold it against.
So, but McCaffrey looked good. But that's like you said. That's a divisional matchup. First week, it was about to be a clunker. Especially with I know 49ers defense is supposed to be good. Seattle was rebuilding there. So
people are excited about Ricky Pearsall.
He looked good, man. He looked good. He had a 40-yard bomb he caught.
I saw a lot of tweets about Ricky Pearsall.
I'm surprised you not brought up your guy, Mr. Ed Buka, with a 2-tutty day.
He looked good.
He looked real good.
We pivoted from we were just like, that leg thing's no problem for Chris Godwin, and then suddenly the practice or the reports kept coming out and they're like, hey, maybe this is actually worse than we think. And so then we just quickly pivoted to Egbuka because we started hearing more and more things about Egbuka. And yeah, I'd love to take credit for it, but I can't. I saw reports on Twitter and they clued me in. So, but it's exciting.
It's exciting. It also helps that I have a ticket on him winning Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I had him in multiple rosters, which have already started to send me cash through DraftKings. So I'm already up. Although it's not really hard for me to be up considering I was using a lot of my free tickets this week 1. I was just burning through all my week 1 tickets. So,
all right, sir.
Are we going to
you ready for this?
Let's do this.
All right. That means we're going to get into our Monday night DFS. So did you have a strategy on building your roster, sir?
Yes, I did.
All right. Well, let's hear your thought. Let's hear the thought process first.
Sorry, I have to pull the app back up. It timed out.
Oh,
and
no,
so,
you're fine. Let's start with the game. Okay, so the game is
Showdown Captain mode.
Well, so Monday night is the Vikings at Bears.
Yes.
Last I checked, it was a 44.5 over under, and Vikings are a 1.5 favorite.
Only because it's at Chicago.
Yeah. So that is what at least last I checked, that was the number.
Okay, so Captain mode.
Captain mode.
Every position is a flex.
Yep. And then your captain spot is 1.5 point multiple.
Yes, and it boosts their their salary.
Did he get out of that?
Do what? Yes, he got out of it.
Oh,
and he's about to run. This is about to be a pretty big game. He just ran for 20 yards. Looked like he was about. It
should have been a loss for 30.
Yeah, it should have been a big loss, and he turned around and ran a 20-yard game.
He's just can't stop him, man. There's 20, 25. A 25-yard loss turns into, let's see, there's 10.
Takes it out to
15, 20.
45.
25-yard loss turned into a 20-yard game. That's insane.
It's literally back at his own 15, and he takes it out to the opposing 45. He's so slippery. Okay.
And there he goes. Are you kidding me?
Derrick Henry looking like another touchdown.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, flag on the play.
Oh, don't be holding.
I think it's.
What'd he do?
He didn't. I think that or else it's blocking the back or something.
Where's the flag?
Unless his fan threw something on the field. I think a fan threw something on the field.
Did another dildo?
No.
Did you see a dildo got thrown in the Cincy game?
What?
Yes.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah.
We're probably going to see it right here unless if they cut it too quick. See? No,
that's a Bills fan throwing a bottle at him.
He threw a beer.
Oh, you shithead fucking Buffalo fan.
Well, there goes our explicit rating. Yeah, somebody just threw a beer at him.
And a doink! And a doink!
A doink!
Oh,
take that, Billy! Man. Anyways.
Oh, okay. Side note, before we get into this, we are huge fans of doinks when it comes to kicks. So, we had a doink! The world is still spinning. Thank the Lord. All right. So, Monday night. What is your thought process?
We're doing the Showdown Captain mode.
All right.
So your captain, 1.5 salary and 1.5 point. Excuse me, I just burped. I put JJ McCarthy in my captain spot.
Okay.
I initially had Justin Jefferson in there, but unfortunately, I couldn't afford anybody good after that, so I had to take him out. So JJ McCarthy in my captain spot, Justin Jefferson flex, Roma Dunze flex, TJ Hawkinson, Colston Loveland, Luther Burden. And basically, Roma Dunze, I think he's the number one. And Loveland and Burden, I think they're going to get a lot of work over them.
Okay.
Vikings corners, very, very shallow. Extremely shallow at corner. Good safeties, shallow at corner. And so I think we're going to... And they like to blitz a lot. So I think quick passes over the middle are kind of their Achilles heel.
Okay.
And J.J. McCarthy, Justin Jefferson, easy. And I've also been banging the T.J. Hawkinson drum for a while. So...
Okay.
That's...
I don't hate it. So I did make a note to bring this up. So I don't necessarily like putting a quarterback in the captain spot. Because unless you're Tim Tebow / Jalen Hurts, quarterbacks normally don't get there point-wise unless they're bringing somebody with them, like a tight end or a receiver. So I'd rather take a shot at which piece I think will be brought with them.
Okay.
To multiply that. Because, let's just say McCarthy has, a 22-point night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that could easily be the way the points set up, a 35-point night for Hawkins. If Hawkinson's the guy you brought with him.
He would have to catch 2 touchdowns to do that.
Well,
he could.
But that's realistic.
Yeah.
And so the multiplier on the 33 points instead of the 22 points is that little bit of difference. That's just a preference on how I build these rosters.
Solid strategy, sir. This is the first time I've ever built one of these rosters.
Okay.
So I did a small amount of Googling when it comes to strategy. And number one then they were just like, you probably want to put who everybody suspects to be the number 1 point getter, and I put Justin Jefferson in there, and like I said, I couldn't afford anybody after that. Okay. So that's why I had to change it.
So can you pull up mine on there?
Yeah.
So I can with these, I like to try to tell a story.
Okay.
I like to look at how the game might play out and try to take advantage of that. So with my roster, I have the feeling that the Vikings are going to use their passing game to jump out into a lead and then maintain it, and then Chicago is going to be trying to come back. That's the way I'm liking about it.
Okay.
So, and that part of that is because Minnesota has a weaker pass defense also. So they're really going to start stopping the run.
So not to derail you entirely, but last year, one of the biggest problems with the Vikings defense is that they could get pressure off of blitz and they could get pressures off the edge. With Grenard, Van Ginkel, they were doing work. Other than that, they had nobody. This year, they went out and they picked up 2 absolute stud defensive tackles. Javon Hargrave and other guy is and
Baltimore with a pick. Well, so you're bringing up a good point because it is week 1 and it's hard to take statistics from last year and make them stick for this year. And so that's a good point. So with my game theory, okay. I think Hawkinson's going to be the guy, so I have him as my captain.
Okay.
I have him and Justin Jefferson paired with J.J. McCarthy to jump out into the lead.
Okay.
And then I have Jordan Mason there to when they get that lead, and then they're going to hand the ball off and let them run. And then to fight back, try to get back in this, I have Roma Dunze and Cole Kmet. So similar rosters between us, a little bit different. We both chose different tight ends.
Yes. Well, we picked different Bears tight ends. We both picked T.J. Hawkinson.
Yes.
You just put him in the captain spot.
Yes. So that's kind of the thought process with it.
I think it's good strategy. The one thing, the thing is that I didn't pick a single running back, and it just kind of comes down to one.
Oh, I guess he didn't catch.
That Earl serves a penalty or something that overturned. Bills have the ball again. So I did not pick a running back because it's sounding truly like Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones are going to be a true 50-50 timeshare. And
that's why I went with the cheaper option.
Okay.
So
it sounds like they're going to be sharing the time, and so I was going to pick a Bears running back, but I think this is just going to be a beatdown. To be perfectly honest, I think this is going to be a beatdown, one-sided.
I am surprised that the spread is only 1.
Quarterback uncertainty.
I think this is as of Friday of my notes for this, so it could have changed by then. But I have a real strong feeling about the Bears this year not being what everybody is hyped for them to be. I think next year everybody's going to want Bears. I think they're going to have a lot to figure out this year.
So I sent you that article that I came across our Twitter.
You sent it to me on Friday.
Yes.
And
it was
I was busy at football and stuff.
It was the Tyler Dunn article, if you're familiar, where he was pointing out the chaos that has been Caleb Williams. And just some of the things they pointed out is he got Shane Waldron fired. And he came in and didn't want to do a normal cadence and came up to the line and wanted ready, set, go. The coaches appeased him to this, and there's quotes from the wide receivers of what the bleep is this and why are we running a high school JV offense or JV cadence, and then
because these are professionals playing at the highest.
Yeah, the true pros, and they are literally the article is extremely fascinating, and apparently this guy is very well sourced, and people have shouted him down before for telling the truth with his good reporting, only to find out that he's the real deal. So, man, maybe I'm suckered into it, but I'm really starting to think that Caleb Williams might be now, not exactly, but Jamarcus Russell 2.0.
That's a big take, man.
I was full in on Caleb Williams, but the more I'm seeing,
could be more like a Ryan Leaf.
Maybe Ryan Leaf. He's not gonna now. when
Jamarcus Russell
he ballooned up, so he almost became a defensive tackle.
Well, that and he just didn't want to do it. Like I think Caleb Williams
But the rumors is that he wasn't doing like the whole, they weren't watching tape with me. Like the coaches, they had a say in this, and they were just like, we've been pros. What are you talking about? We know how to develop players. What are you talking about? And so it sounds bad, and it might honestly just be as simple as I'm reading what I want to read, and it's making me excited. But
I think they're gonna have growing pains,
real bad.
I think that this season's going to show a lot about what Caleb Williams can be. And I think going up against McConnell, now granted, I know it is J.J. McCarthy's first game, but...
First professional start.
And I know everybody's hyped about Ben John, okay?
Uh-huh.
But I think it's Colin Cowherd, okay, when it comes to matchup. Mm-hmm. He has a thing. Take the middle of the field, right? Take quarterback, center, linebacker, safety. Okay, compare the two teams.
Mm-hmm.
Go down the line. Which team has a better quarterback? Which team has a better safety? Linebacker, center. Team that has the better inside is going to win the game.
Okay,
and you stack coaching on top of it. I think Minnesota.
I'm pretty excited for this.
We can do this. We can do this because this will be published before, hopefully, before the.
Uh-huh.
So, sir, call your shot. Monday night, Vikings at Bears. Who you got?
Look, you call me Homer. I know it, but I think it's going to be a beatdown. I think it's going to be 22-10.
22-10. Do I have to give a point? Or can I just say, okay, because I'm just taking money line. Give me money line, give me money.
I think it's going to be a one-sided affair.
All right, well.
It happened last year when the Vikings were playing the Bears.
It is 40-25 with 8 minutes left. Take Derrick Henry off the goddamn field.
Anyways, it happened last year where the Vikings were playing the Bears, and they kept sacking Caleb Williams so hard that he left to the sidelines on fourth down and just laid on the bench and was writhing around in pain.
Well, they did.
No coaches, nothing.
Well, they did fix their O-line, or they attempted.
They did, but Brian Flores loves him some max pressure. He blitzes. They've got a retooled defensive line so that they can now bring heat up the middle. I'm excited. I'm excited about this defense. I'm excited about everything. Right. So,
well, you heard it here. The Best Ball Bros will be rooting for the Minnesota Vikings tomorrow. So, with that, guys, thanks for listening, and we love you. Good night.
Good night.